beautiful souls. Grand arising. I have two huge messages before we even get into the polls and the collective reading and the readings for the all signs. Before we even get that far, there are two things that the Holy Spirit wanted the collective to know as we begin the beautiful, beautiful month of June. Before we get there, I pray that this video, this live stream, finds only aligned souls who need to hear the messages that are about to come out. Souls that have good energy, and any negative energy thrown towards me or towards the collective on this day is instantly transmuted into positive blessings, miracles, and serendipity. Ashe. One of the biggest things, this is the first message we got for the collective, is that you need to show up, right? Rather than being hyper focused on looking the part, smelling like this, doing this, and just show up. You're ready. There is an actress who got her big break years ago, right? Decades ago, just by showing up. Never went to acting school. Knew there was a show that was taping. And while they were doing the audience, call back and forth, somebody in the audience asked her if she was related to one of the cast members. And one of the cast members, who was a director of the show as well, saw that interaction going on and pretty much hired her as an actress on the spot. She showed up knowing that she just wanted to check out the show, to be closer to the actors, to see how she was going to get her foot in the door. And just like that, by being at the right place at the right time, never ready, right? Didn't go to acting school, but she manifested her dream. You are reminded that that vision, not just in your love life, but in every area of your life, is about to come and manifest into your reality. But you have to show up. Wherever you're called to go, don't question it, don't doubt it. Just show up. Okay? Okay. Second thing, and I think this might be the biggest thing for people who are in separation, for people who are wondering if they are with the right person. We've gotten message after message after message that the divine masculine was going through huge shifts and transformations since pretty much 2023, 2024. There's this long list of masculines that have been going through it and elevating to their higher self. There was a lot of hope in the twin flame community. People are really leaning into the energy of people making those night and day decisions, doing a complete 180, showing up as the best version of themselves. We heard that a lot of masculines were doing the work and putting their hands in and removing the karmics, right? Digging in deep to do the healing work, right? Going on their own spiritual journey the past couple of years. And we've seen it even in certain rappers, right? Fetty Wap, and seeing how he transformed, giving like a kind of acknowledgement to the divine masculine, right? That if he can do it, other people can do it. If you're just joining us, I'm channeling a message about divine masculines for the twin flame. Then we're going to get into the collective message as well as the messages for the individual zodiac signs. Subscribe and like the live. Back to these divine masculines. I know it's beautiful. You want to have hope for your person because you guys have this history and there's so much love. There is so much love between you guys. You are reminded that just because somebody loves you doesn't mean that they'll ever learn how to do right by you. It is beautiful that we've had this mass awakening of divine masculines all around the world. This mass awakening of divine masculines stepping up and doing what they know needs to be done. But some masculines have taken a step backwards. Some have taken many steps backwards and are not able, no matter how much they love you in their heart, for one reason or another, won't be able to show up in the way that you need them to show up, won't be able to be that partner that you need them to be. And your guides are asking you not to settle, not to wait for this person to grow up, not to wait for this person to go through their cosmic shifts, especially since they're determined to go the opposite way of what their soul is calling them to do. If someone's not even listening to their own intuition, they're not letting their heart guide them, how do you expect them to love you? That is a genuine question for those of you on the twin flame journey who is going through this dynamic of waiting for the masculine, or for some of you, it's the feminine that needs to get out of their head, get out of their ego, stop being the person that they used to be, and start being the person that they are called to be. We have this beautiful thing called free will, and we have the right, we have the choice to make the decision to become the better person. Our angels and guides can give us sign after sign after sign after sign after sign, but we are the ones that have to decide whether or not we're going to step up into the plate and do that hard thing. So if your person doesn't come back in June, it's a good sign for you to go ahead and do you, for you to go ahead and put yourself out there to meet somebody new, or just work on your healing. But whatever you do, do not look back. If your person hasn't showed up, hasn't even started to show, even in the tiniest bit, that they are willing to do the work consistently, move forward consistently, then leave them where they stand. Because besides love, you have other changes and shifts coming to your life. You have these beautiful moments of miracles that are going to be sprinkled throughout this month for the rest and for the rest of the year. This month has its set of blessings that is coming your way. So does next month and August and September and the rest of 2026. Do not forget, 2026 is a 1 year. When we add up all the digits, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, which is 1. It's the starting of a new cycle, a new 9 year cycle that's supposed to be filled with all the good things, all the love, all the abundance, all the good health, all the prosperity. This is why there's been such a push to release the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. Because where you're going, they can't go with you. Remember how we talked about your heart being lighter than a feather yesterday? Anybody that causes you any pain, emotional or otherwise, and they're showing you, not telling you, right? Because some of them, they got the gift of gab. They know how to put a sentence together to make you forget all about what they did. But it's their actions, love. Their actions will tell you, right? Whether that's a lover, friend, or family member, whether or not they can go with you on this next leg of your journey. That beautiful love you wanted from them, it's coming. It's probably going to show up from somebody else, but you have to use your discernment to really tap in and figure out where your person truly stands. You could get a personal reading, but are you going to be open to what comes up? Are you going to be ready to really hear that it's time for you to move on? Because some of you have known that since the fall. Some of you have been asking the same question over and over and over again since the twin flame portal in that we had this past November. Don't let the next twin flame portal show up, right? And you're still standing in the same spot, waiting for the same person to do the same thing that they know they're supposed to do, but they're not doing. Your job is to help people wake up, right? Not to get them out the bed. Your presence alone, and this is why some of you had that back and forth, that running and that chasing. I don't like that, but it is what it is. When you wake up somebody that's been sleeping, and you've heard it, right? Because it's come out in the readings. When you wake up to somebody that's too good to be true, a lot of people felt that you were too good to be true. Some people are getting ready to marry you and they still feel like they're in the middle of their own fairy tale. Like they're still waiting for for the shoe to drop or for something to happen to make them say, "Ah, I knew." Mm-mm. You've come to this world with a mission that isn't focused on just one person. And that mission, one of the bonuses of being on that mission, accepting that mission, is having a lover that fulfills you, a partner that sustains you on every single level, but you gotta make space for it. You gotta let it happen. And you gotta be open to how it happens. Happy birthday, Gemini. We're gonna get into the other messages for today. If this is your first time here, I'm Etta, Mystic Healer from Dream711.com. On the Sunrise Sessions, we talk about life, love, and everything else you need to know so that you can manifest the life of your dreams. Heavy emphasis on you. Us readers, us channelers, us mystics are here to guide you along your journey, but it's up to you to decide what you're going to do to manifest the beautiful things you have coming your way. That being said, we're cutting towards new life and to be fair with 38 and 39. But these flags kind of resemble the flags that you see once you're done with a race. You are coming up at the end, right? June is bringing you an end of that chapter. That confusion chapter you needed a confirmation on is coming to an end, but you have to let it. You have to balance everything on the scales objectively using your mind and not your heart. Some of you, we hear this all the time. Well, I've been with them for so long, and we have kids, and we have property, and we have businesses. All of that can be worked around. Right now, the biggest thing your angels and guides are working on, the biggest thing the whole universe is conspiring to, is to get you towards your happily ever after. It's to set you on the track, on the road towards your peace, towards your blessings, towards everything that makes your heart sing. You weren't meant to suffer. You weren't meant for mediocre love. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to hear on this beautiful Tuesday? And Tuesdays are ruled by Mars, right? So it's that war energy, that energy of having to do something, right? And a lot of you, yeah, let go. If you needed somebody to tell you this morning, let go and just show up, right? Let love find you where you are. If somebody's not stepping up to give you the love that you need, this is your sign to let them go. This is your confirmation to let them go. If you're just joining us, we're getting through the collective and then we'll get into the messages for the signs. Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Biggest thing of all, thank you for spending this part of your day with Spirit, the Soul Tribe, and me. We're going to do a little something different with the oracles because I pulled out the goddesses, and you've been following me on TikTok, you know this is the spicy deck, so we have to be careful with how we flip these cards over. But since it's Tuesdays, and we're on Tuesdays, we honor the divine feminine, right? The Erzeli Freda, right? Aida Widow, Aiza, and all the maîtresses. What else does the collective need to know on this Tuesday? Definitely let me know in the chat. What are you letting go of? First of all, how's your morning going? And what are you being called to let go of? Because you already knew. You knew when you woke up. You had this aha moment. You had this epiphany, if you will, about what's needed to let go. Right? Now, the thing is what you need to let go. The thing is, do you have the courage to let it go or not? Right? Because we could work on that too. And then we'll get one more from the Kipper. What else does the collective need to know? And coming back to lovers, some of you do have someone that kind of has you like in that baby doll energy. They love you, they adore you. When they have the means to, they spoil you and then they put you back on the shelf. And then go do whatever it is that they need to do. And then They're like, "Oh, wow, I have a baby doll at home. Let me go play with my baby doll." I used to say Polly Pocket. Don't let anybody Polly Pocket you, right? Whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy, don't let nobody save you for later. For someone, that is the biggest confirmation you needed to hear. Don't let them save you for later, right? You need somebody that can love you now, and you just have to show up. Once you decide, all you have to do is simply decide that you want da 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 by universal mandate, by divine decree. That whatever you put in that da 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 has to manifest, but it requires you to let go of what doesn't serve your highest good. There's a card that fell on the floor that we're going to leave just there. Let's get into the messages to start here. Right. We have imagine, right? Having that open mind, that open heart. Remember how we were hearing about dream big and then bigger? With this 20, which is two, it's the number of partnerships, it's the number of balance, it's the number of also, I'm hearing the song by the Spice Girls, two becoming one. Some of you, and take what resonates because this part isn't for everybody. You have a partner that while it may look like they could be doing more, they're doing their best. While it look like they can be doing more, your person is doing their best, especially if you are in separation. You really, really are being called to use your discernment to know which side of the coin you're on, which side of the road you're on. Is your partner doing the work or are they pretending to? But feels like for those of you who are here and those who are watching on the replay, hey, right? Anybody that you've been in separation with, let it be. Don't worry about them. Don't try to text them. Don't try to break no contact. Let it happen naturally because this storm with Oya, especially if your person is born on the 13th of any month or is a Gemini or you're a Gemini, right? Whatever personal storm or hell they're going through with this Eight of Swords and Oya coming out, whatever mental prison they're in, leave them there. Pray for them, wish the best for them, but leave them there because they have to do the work, the divine work to get themselves out. A lot of people who aren't on their mission, who aren't happy in life, it's because they lost their connection to Source. They lost their connection to the Most High. They got too worldly, if you will, right? They got too concrete where their soul desires, yearns to be in the abstract, yearns to be in the astral. All this blue energy, head energy, thinking energy. Oh, yeah. If you're in no contact, you are advised, and you could do with this as you will, to truly let that person be mind, body, and soul, right? That means not checking their social media. That means not checking old messages and looking at pictures. Pull your energy back. Some of you were dealing with a warlock that was feeding off of your, well, not some of you, this is for like one or two people, right? Who was feeding off of your energy and they're realizing that those magical gifts that they had that they've been misusing it and they're trying to do better. The type of work that's going on now with these people that are in, whether they're masculine or feminine, with people who are in that mental prison, that tower moment, if you will, is very, very necessary. They're literally going through the process to become a better version of themselves. Some of them, as we heard in the initial channeling, are running in the opposite direction, but like a storm. Thank you for those of you who just joined us, and thank you for liking the live and subscribing. Like a storm, you can't outrun it. Even when you get the weather alerts and you know that it's coming, sometimes that bitch just pops up on you, right? Especially in the summertime when we have those humid spells, right? And it's just a storm will break out of nowhere. It could be sunny like it is right now, and then boom, you're in a storm. By the time you see those first storm clouds, it's too late to run. Some of you are dealing with somebody that's in that energy. Where they try to run what they're being called to do, it's too late. And life has literally had them tied down while they figure it out. I love how Spirit will, on the one hand, tell us we have free will and we could do whatever we want as long as we're not a harm to. Did y'all hear that? As long as we're not a harm to one another or ourselves, right? But then when we get there's always a part in the journey, especially when you have a spiritual calling, where if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you will be put in situation after situation after situation until you surrender. This is why they're asking you to, while in separation, right? So leave that person be so they could do the work on their own, right? This is the part of the project where everybody works independently. Next, we have Between Worlds, which is your confirmation that you are about to embark on a new journey. June is bringing us changes to love, finances, career, the whole shebang. Use this moment. Matter of fact, we're going to do this now. Those of you who are interested in an accountability buddy, right? Take the next 21 days, starting now, right? Day one, to decide what it is you want in life. Make it clear, write it down, take a picture, make a vision board, make a digital vision board. But for the next 21 days, right, starting today, and if you want me to check in on you, put it in the comments, right? Because I love holding people accountable. But take the next 21 days to declare this is where I've been, this is where I'm going. We've heard about being in the liminal space, the moment between who you were, right, and the person you're becoming. Define it, make it clear. And as we saw with Imagine, nothing's too big, right? Nothing is too much. Whatever you want, as long as you're not harm to yourself or others, is going to manifest into your reality. Continue releasing the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. You guys you saw how these two came out together, and they came out together for a reason. Kudos, especially my soul tribe members. Hi, my babies. You guys have done the work, and I couldn't be any prouder. This room is completely clean, clear, and there we go with the finish line again. Ready for the next assignment, ready for the next leg of your journey. Flamingos, they lose their pink when they are pregnant and give birth. And then it eventually comes back when they remember who they are. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Some of you, the key to your happiness is remembering your pink. You've spent a lifetime pouring into others, right? Not just your children. Like you're just a natural giver. I love that. We love that. The Most High loves that. Eh? But now it's time to take all that love that you've put into the world, all that goodness that you've put into the world, and start giving it to yourself first. You could still be that wonderful person, right? That empathic person that just loves for love's sake, right? We need that. But make sure you're giving yourself that love first, right? So you could get your pink back. Established celestial alignment, Knight of Swords, child. All confirming that you're headed in the right direction. Some of you are headed directly into your wealthy era. They say that, okay, wealth is your birthright, our birthright. You know this. But when you hit that moment where nothing is working and it feels like you're losing it all, that's this moment where you're in between who you were and who you are becoming. Sometimes, a lot of the times, you have to lose it all in order to gain it all. For some of you, your confirmation is that no matter what it looks like as you navigate your own storm, right? It's about to get a lot better. And with that dreaming big, you needed a new car, you were thinking about getting a Camry. No, 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 no. They're gonna send you a Ferrari. Something exclusive, something that not too many people have because you are in alignment. Those changes with this 41 and 41 breaks down to 5, right? Are coming in. A new day is dawning, especially around the solstice. Celestial alignment is confirmation of what we've been hearing on the sunrise sessions, that by the time the solstice gets here, it's going to be a time, a moment of wish fulfillment, right? You seeing your dreams manifest into your reality. And by the time the Lionsgate portal gets here at the end of July, beginning of August, boom, pow, pow. It's going to rain down on you. The blessings, the wish fulfillment, the moments of good luck, the moments where you sit back and you tell yourself, I prayed for a day like this, right? With this Knight of Swords, it's going to happen quickly. Once the ball starts rolling, it's going to have that snowball effect, that avalanche effect, and it's not going to stop. Have the faith of a child where you don't question anything, you don't doubt anything, you just want what you want. And for a lot of you, you're going to get exactly that. So make that vision clear. Show up in the next 21 days as okay, this is what my life was, this is what it's going to be. By the time the summer solstice gets here, and don't be surprised. On a side note, around June 20th, 19th, there's some kind of cataclysmic or world event. Don't forget that as we're channeling these energies and talking about, the benefits and the not so good things about the energies and the planetary movements and the solstice and the Lionsgate portal and the eclipses and coming up in Mercury retrograde. And we're using it, I hope we're using it for our personal good and the collective good. The elites use it in their own way, and it's usually not for the good of the collective. By any means necessary, make sure you stay in good vibes and make sure you keep moving forward. Even if you have to crawl, keep moving forward. Next, looks like you're crawling straight to your peace, right? 23 is another 5, another change. We talked about the 40 days and the 40 nights and the 150 days before the 40 days and the 40 nights. For some of you, your confirmation is that that hard time is coming to an end. You may not see it yet, but you're about to. And it feels like you're about to be pleasantly, pleasantly surprised for some of you. And I don't like this energy. Anytime I have to talk about people doing black magic and bippity boppity boo, it makes me want to turn over some tables, to say the least, right? We got to keep it YouTube safe, but you can catch what I'm saying. It pisses me off because when it comes to spell work and magic, it was never meant to mess with other people's heads and definitely not mess with other people's free will. It's just to protect ourselves and manifest the other things, right? Not messing with people's free will. Some of you have experienced delays in your life, delays in your success in all areas of your life because of the bibbity bobbity boo. Some from lovers, some from friends, some from family members. But things that have been tied up in spiritual court have been decided on. Anybody that you see going through it this summer, like really going through it, like it looks like the universe is dragging them, you're gonna be like, oh shit, Edis did say this was gonna happen. Let them be. Take don't even handle them with a long handled spoon. Like leave them to their own. They're facing justice for what they attempted to do to you. Some of you, these attacks got into your head so bad that you forgot just how worthy you are of having the good life, just how worthy you are of having everything your heart desires. Why do you think those exes keep coming back? Why do you think people even try to stop you in the first place? Because they know if you got to where you were going, the happiness, and there goes another 5, right? The happiness you would experience I don't even have words to describe it. The fulfillment, like you are literally being ushered into a season where you want for nothing at all. And even though it's your friend and your family or your lover, right? You're always reminded that people want to see you do good as long as you're not doing better than them. Write that on the tablet of your heart. Tattoo that across your heart. So you never get too comfortable with who you call friend. You never get too comfortable with who you let in your bed. Funny thing about the internet, I noticed yesterday, this contrast was so striking, it made me sit down and think. There was a post about, of course, on the clock app. This lady posted about women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s no longer dating, right? If they're divorced or widowed, they're just leaving it like that because even at that age, the men are still basura. They're still trash, right? And there's all these comments about, oh yeah, I'm gonna be single and I'm gonna do that because men just at that age, they just want what do they say? A nurse or a purse, right? Or both, right? And I'm like, wow, that really sucks. That this is what happens in the 50s and 60s and 70s. I don't believe it, but rock on. But there's this whole list, and I scroll past it, right? Because I could only sit in negative Nancy Norman energy for so long. And the next post was, nurses, tell me your wildest story that made you leave work crying or something like that. So I was like, ooh, because I love to hear about what's happening at the hospitals, right? Nurses, you guys are amazing. We need y'all. We love y'all. As I'm going through the comments of how these nurses are responding, a nurse said, seeing her 90-year-old patient break down, like sobbing, break down because he had to be admitted to the hospital and he couldn't go home to his wife who has dementia and he's the sole provider for. And I was like, huh. So you have this one group of older individuals, masculines, who are looking to be taken care of, but you still have another group who are showing up, even when they can't show up for themselves, are showing up for their beloved. If you believe in that kind of love, then you're going to find that kind of love. If you believe that all men are trash, then yeah, you're going to find trashy men, right? Or trashy women, right? If you believe that the dating pool has pee in it, well, then that's what you're going to attract. This is why, another reason why we're being called to think big, right? To really have a clear focus of what we want, and regardless of who has to say what about it, having that absolute belief, right? Regardless of statistics and averages and how it worked out for your aunties and your uncles and your mom and that has nothing, my love, to do with you. You know that you're the master of your universe. You know that once you put your word on something, it will not return to you void because you've done it with other things. Like that job. You said, I wanted a job that does da 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 da. And you got it. And then you realize, I need more. Right? So you go for more. You ever been driving around and just kind of said to yourself, dang, I wish I find a parking spot that's close to the door. And once you get to your location, you found that like the parking spot was waiting for you? Those are little reminders that you are constantly manifesting your life by the things that you think and the things that you say. Might as well think of the most beautiful things you can think of because you're worthy of it, cover girl. Right? You're definitely worthy of having your heart desires. And lastly, we're ending back up at 2 as I look up and see 22 people on the live, right? That number of balance, that number of partnership, the number of peace coming in for you, but you gotta let it, right? You gotta make room for it by releasing the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. And I feel like this came out yesterday, right? When we talked about spores, and even though you think you cleared the field, if there's any spores left over, right, they can resprout. That toxicity can come back. Make sure people are keeping up with your growth. If they're not a mission of growing, if they're not on a mission of growing and becoming better, that's your cue to let them go. When it comes to those dreams, live out loud. Yes, Thiggy. Right. Nothing's impossible, beloved. We see the stories, we hear the stories, we see how love turned out wrong for ourselves, for our loved ones, but that's what it was. You have all the power within you and cosmic, universal, ancestral support to help you manifest any and everything your heart desires. Now, all of these, I want to say that came out upright, but these came out sideways, meaning that you're doing the work. You're getting there, but you're not there yet. Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, do the work. Release what you need to release. Have that unwavering faith, right? Have that innocent belief of a child and believe that the things that you are wishing for, hoping for, wanting for are about to manifest into your life. So make room for it. You're worthy of it. You have ended a chapter with this world card. Things are coming to a natural end. Let it. Going back to divine masculines not doing their work. If you know you're with somebody that loves you, somebody can have all the love in the world. Like they could love you down to their bone marrow. But if their actions don't reflect that, it's time to let them go. This month, make good practice of listening to what people have to say, but letting their actions show you exactly what they mean. You are reminded with the magician that those words, those thoughts, you're constantly manifesting your life. Today, whatever you experience today is based on the thoughts you had yesterday, last week, and the month before. You guys hear it all the time. You hear me say it all the time. Shift your thoughts, shift your reality, and you'll be able to solve your problems. You'll actually see once you get into this energy of being firm on what it is you want, the things that you don't want and you don't talk about will naturally fall away to the wayside. Those problems will take care of themselves. The Sagittarius blue moon that we just experienced on Sunday morning cleared away the last bit of debris standing between you and your new chapter, right? It opened your eyes because full moons are illuminating to what needs to be done. Have the courage to do it because once you decide and that ball gets rolling, it turns into you get that snowball effect and it turns into an avalanche and it's going to be good thing after good thing after good thing after good thing after good thing and it's going to feel like suddenly with this 7-Eleven, right? It happened, but this has been in the works for a long, long time. It's been in the works since the day you were born. Life showed up, you had the trials and the tribulations. Cool. You know what it is to want. June is showing you how to have and hold and all the good things. Let's get into the messages for the particular signs. Heavy on the Gemini energy because it's Gemini season. And Gemini season, happy birthday, Gemini, wants to take you from thinking about things and getting ready to do something about those thoughts you're having. This is why you're being encouraged, you're being advised to make sure you have really, really good thoughts about the things that you're manifesting. Make peace with your past, make peace with your hurts. Always you'll hear me say, do not put them things, right? Don't put a band-aid on it or try to stick it under the bed or stuff it in the closet. No, you've done that, right? You've pretended enough. Deal with the hurts, right? Because that's how you make your heart lighter than a feather. So when that new love comes in, you're not triggered. When that abundance comes in, you know how to hold it. You won't let fear, right, try to talk you out of it. And if you need help, you know what to do. You know where to find me. All right, we're going to get into the messages for the signs. No tarot today for the signs. We're just going to do oracle messages. as well as get you, because it's Tuesday, right? Your mystic message as I make room and take a sip of tea. What are you guys drinking this morning? What are you guys eating? I really want to know. Don't forget to like the live. Holy Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective? And then we're going to shuffle these, make sure they're in the right direction. These are a little spicy too. There's a couple in here that are not quite, you know. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know for the signs? Thank you. Starting with the universe's darling of the moment, Gemini, medicine woman. You are reminded that you are a healer. I'm looking at the grape leaves. Is that what they call them? This is a moment to get grounded and remember to pour into yourself first before you pour into others. This is your reminder to get back your pink. Mhm. Make it a consistent effort, Gemini, to make time where it's just you looking at the man or the woman in the mirror. Making moments throughout the day to just pour in yourself, pour into yourself. Pat yourself on the back and say, baby, you did a good job because you're doing an amazing job. This is giving the energy of somebody who is free and ready to receive all the good things that the universe has to offer. Your mystic message for today, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Seeing the beauty. Complex patterns align to create great beauty when you see clearly. I visualize the divine plan. You are being tasked with making clear what it is you want, right? Take the next 21 days to start showing up consistently as the person who already has what they want. But going back to this complex patterns, aligned to create great beauty, those trials, those tribulations, those hard times, those tears, the times you wanted to put somebody through the window, right? We're all part of the tapestry, the beautiful portrait you are creating. This is the part of life where you're supposed to take two steps back and say, you know what? I did that. To see the beauty, and sometimes it's very hard, right? To see that pain as beauty. But once you do, it makes it easier to let go of the trauma, the hurt, the pain of the past. Everything along the journey is necessary to prepare you for where you're going. Cancer, sun, moon, and or rising, your confirmation that you are going through a shift. Also heavy, heavy, heavy if you're dealing with a cancer or you are a cancer, you're dealing with somebody who's going through a profound dark night of the soul. And it feels like this masculine is actually doing the work and not running from it. Even though it feels like to him he's not doing enough, he's still moving in the right direction, moving from night to day. With these butterflies confirming the transformation, give this baby space, give him time, go easy on him, right? He's learning. For some of you, your person's going to be experiencing this towards the fall. And this is why they want you to just stand back because they have to navigate Pisces energy, um, these waters on their own, independently, just them and source. Cancer, your mystic message is the rhythm of life. Feel manifestation as a sacred dance with the universe. Your affirmation is I move in time with the spirit. That's pretty much self explanatory. Leo, sun, moon, and or rising. Forest tears. You're being asked to make peace this one last time. We're told not to look back, but this season before your birthday gets here, right? Make peace with everything that went wrong, say a prayer, and then fully release it from your mind, body, and soul. You're getting this heads up now, dearest Leo, because it's not going to be easy. This is going to take real emotional work. Some of you do need to go into therapy. Some of you do need to work with somebody in some capacity that can help you see things clearly so you can firmly leave the past in the past and prepare for all of the good things that life has to offer you, that life is going to bring you. Your mystic message for today is Mystic Circle, going back to working with people that can help you see things clearly. Connect with ancestral wisdom and have patience on the journey. Another reason to connect is these next few weeks, you're really going to be taken on a trip to help you release the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. Your affirmation, Leo, is I am grounded in my path. Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising. Oh, see, told you, spicy. The phoenix rising from the ashes. 22, going through a portal of transformation, personal reclamation, reclaiming your name, reclaiming your power, reclaiming everything you've put down in order to make other people feel more comfortable. Mm-mm. Those who truly love you, those who are supposed to be part of your world, will honor this version of you. No more playing small. Your confirmation, Virgo, is no more playing small and be who you're truly meant to be in this lifetime. Okay. Of course, I look up, there's 818 in the likes and things over here, and it's 818 on the clock. This is like day 11. Deuteronomy 8:18. Look it up. Virgo, your mystic message is guardian armor. Create healthy boundaries and guard against doubt and fear. Those are going to be your worst enemies this month, right? While June is wanting to bring you all the good things, you got to remember that you are worthy of all the good things. Your affirmation, dearest Virgo, is I hold my sacred space. Libra, sun, moon, and or rising. Spirit of the North with this 31, which is 4, which is the number of the crossroads. But it's also asking you, are you following your North Node? Or are you still dibbling and dabbling in your South Node? The karmic lessons you were supposed to grow from, the karmic lessons that you were supposed to leave behind so that you can become this supernova, this earth angel, if you will. Our north node tells us, it points us in the direction of where this lifetime, this incarnation is supposed to go. But you have to decide on whether or not you're going to follow that guidance or keep playing around with it. But if you keep playing around with it, and that's a free will choice, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Libra. Cool. Just know that you're going to get more of what you've gotten and not the goodness, the good things that the universe has for you. Your mystic message is universal design. See yourself as part of a sacred web giving life to your dream. I collaborate with spirit and will take it one step further, Libra, and say that another affirmation for you is I surrender to spirit. Scorpio, sun, moon, and or rising. Well, all of that hard work and all of the dark nights of the soul that 2025 and 2026 has produced is leading you straight here to your abundance, to your peace, to your happily ever after, Scorpio. Your confirmation is to keep doing what you've been doing. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. You're going to get to where you're going. end is going to turn out more beautifully than you can imagine. Your mystic message for today is rising above. Unfold your vision from murky depths to clarity with grace. Your affirmation is I bloom from within. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising. Accept your gifts. You are another one, dearest Sag, that is being called to really step up and step out, especially if you do what I do, if you're a mystic or you're a reader, you're some type of healer. It's time to step into your magic. It's time to reclaim your magic and show up as that person that not only has the mental fortitude to manifest the things that they want in their life, but the spiritual abilities to. It's really time for you to surrender to your gifts and do not run from them anymore because that's is what's standing between you and your happily ever after, between you and your wish fulfillment. Going back to what was said about free will, life won't ever manifest the way we want it to until we surrender to what we're being called to do. Remember that. Your mystic message, dearest Sag, infusing intent. Use crystals to amplify intentions and help crystals, because we know we love the crystals, right? And help focus your energy. I magnify my soul power. That is a beautiful, 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 beautiful affirmation for you, Sagittarius. Not just because I'm a Sagittarius, right? But this is reminding me, this image of Atlas Shrugged, um, and that whole story behind Atlas shrugging, if you will, carrying the whole weight of the world on their shoulder. You are reminded also to go find your pink, right? Do things to help you get your pink back. So all that hard work you've been putting in and showing up and feeling like you have to do something, all that heavy lifting should be done in spirit. They're literally asking you to give it to the Most High, give it to the universe. Those things you've been dreaming of, hoping for, wishing for, just show up. You're going to show up at the right place at the right time, and the right eyes are going to see you. Just like that actress we talked about at the beginning of the live. And if you missed it, once we click off, it's going to be instantly available so you can watch it from the beginning, right? Sag, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Honor this moment. We talked about not stuffing things in the closet or putting a band-aid on it or putting it under the bed or pretending that it doesn't exist. No, no, no. Process this morning what and process it this morning. Whatever grief, loss, anything that you've been called to walk away from it, honor the good that you received from it. Honor your next steps. Process what comes up with a therapist, with a soul advisor, mystic like myself, with a friend that can speak to you objectively, that you guys won't be commiserating on the BS that happens in life, but someone that can actually hold space for you to pour out everything that you have on the inside without judgment and then let it go. This, what looks like a soul loss, is actually your biggest win thus far. Once the clouds clear and you're through your personal storm, you will realize it as such. Capricorn, your mystic message is wild creation because you can't be tamed, you can't be held down, and you can't be held back unless you fall victim to your thoughts, fears, and doubts. Allow energy to flow freely rather than trying to force the outcome. Capricorn, my caprice suns or moons or risings. Your affirmation is I am open to surprises. Aquarius, sun, moon, and all rising. Spirit of the East, you are reminded, Aquarius, during these 21 days or for life, make it a habit of rising early, right? Early, early before the sun comes up, facing Eve and declare over your day. Decree how your day is going to go, not just for yourself, but your loved ones. You too are being reminded of your magic and to use it. During those early morning hours, you will find, hello, the information, the downloads, right? Questions easily get answered. Why do you think millionaires and billionaires, they're up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Their day starts at that time and pretty much wraps up by 1, because the level of mental clarity you have puts you in the position to make the best decisions according to your circadian rhythm. Yeah, we're going to take it there, right? Those are the optimal time while the whole world, the rest of the world is sleeping, right? For you to sit, channel in that good energy so you have the tools and the roadmap on how to manifest those dreams into your reality. Your mystic message, Aquarius, as I clear my throat, clear passage. You have many choices to make to move closer to your dreams and your desires. Trust in yourself and affirm, because your affirmation is I make good decisions. Truly, truly believe in yourself, Aquarius, and everybody. Truly believe in your own magic, right? Your own ability to manifest the life of your dreams into your reality. Especially those of you who are on the journey of abundance, of being richy rich, of having the mansion and the yacht. Everybody who reaches that level is because they believed delusionally in themselves and in their dreams and made it happen. They didn't just say, "Oh, I want $1 million," and laid in bed. No, they said, "I want $1 million," and got the $1 million idea and then put pen to paper and made it happen. This is why they want you to get up early, Aquarius, so you can receive those downloads and have more than enough time to process and then make it happen. Okay? Okay. Pisces, sun, moon, and all rising, forest bathing. It feels like Pisces is coming out of a very tumultuous, hard time. They're being dragged, right? They're about to come out of this hard time. It's a good time to cleanse, right? Literally get the mint, get the basil, get the parsley, fix a baño. If you need more than that, put it in the comments and I'll break it down further, right? And release all of the negative energy you've picked up in 2025, 2026, and even before then. Now that you've cleared your mind and now that you see things clearly, it's time to clear your aura. It's time to clear your spirit. Pisces, your mystic affirmation is power to attract. But you see how free this little one is chasing the balloons? Side note, is your favorite movie Up? Mine too. Well, it's one of them. I don't know why. Why did Up come up? We're going to circle around back to that, Pisces. When you connect to spirit and you fully submit to spirit, all that you need to assist you along your journey will be drawn to you. I keep myself in the flow is your affirmation. Now, the movie Up. Have you seen the Pixar movie Up? Right. I don't even have the bandwidth to really get into it. But Carl, that whole thing was a dream. Being so distraught, going back to what was said about relationships and partnerships, that's why it's coming up, right? Because we see the main character, if you will, being so devoted to his wife, right? From the very beginning, and then being heartbroken over losing her. And throughout the movie, as we see them age, right? Even though it's a cartoon, right? I don't really think it's what's made for kids, but that's a different story, right? You see how loving and kind and doting, right? He is, even when she has that mental break after losing their child, still showing up for her. And then when she passed, becoming very, very grumpy. It confirms that if that's the type of love you want, regardless whether you're 22 or 92, right? That love still exists. And as soon as you stay in that energy, it has no choice but to be drawn to you. Whether you're a Pisces dealing with a Pisces or just on a journey of that unconditional love that fulfills your soul on every single level. Aries, sun, moon, and or rising. Prepare to receive the fruits of your hard labor. You're about to receive a cosmic gift, a cosmic level up, a cosmic blessing out of nowhere. It could be a check you didn't know that was coming. It could be a financial blessing from a long lost relative, but something that's going to fill you up and help sustain you during this season is coming through. So, whatever worry, and heavy, heavy on the money energy, whatever you've been worrying about when it comes to your finances, you're about to have more than enough. So get out of your head and get into the knowing that it's about to shift for you. Your mystic message, of course, s- dearest Aries, sweet harmony, let go, and allow abundance to flow in your life instantly, effortlessly, because it's coming. Now you've gotten a double confirmation. Your affirmation today, dearest Aries, is I release expectation and Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising. Now, Taurus, those who ask will always receive, but when you receive, you are reminded to practice gratitude. Right? Just don't hoard everything up like you're Pac-Man collecting all the dots. Always, always, whether it's a little blessing or a big blessing that comes through, take a moment, a real moment to honor it, mind, body, and soul. Turn off all distractions and really say thank you for whatever gifts that are coming in. Because as you practice these gratitudes, as you show up in full gratitude with all your heart, mind, body, and soul, you're going to be given more to be grateful about. And this more will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Allow your heart to keep up, right? And those of you, you know who you are. Those of you who are spiritual, those of you who do what you do, make sure that just if you're a Taurus, right? Make sure you're honoring your ancestors, tending to your altar, especially as we're leaving, right? The energies of the full moon and preparing for the energy of the new moon and the summer solstice. Stay on top of your spiritual hygiene. Your mystic message is we're back to true north. Align your decisions with spirit's guidance to get direction. Your affirmation, dear Taurus, is I know the way to go. You're also being asked to trust yourself, trust your decisions, right? Because they're guiding you like Aquarius. Aquarius? In the right direction. That's the message for the collective on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Oh, I forgot to mention as I knocked down the camera, right? That today is the second. That's another reason why two kept coming up, right? This day is designed numerically to help bring in that balance. I trust that those who needed the confirmation has gotten their confirmation. Now it's up to you. You've gotten the word. What are you going to do with it? Are you just going to sit in the moment like, oh, that's nice? I like listening to Etta. Her voice. Cool, cool, cool. But what are you going to do with the information that came down? What are you going to do with those feelings that you were feeling as the information came down? Because as I get downloads, you get downloads. They come up as aha moments, right? Or synchronicities, or you'll hear a song on whatever music download thingamajig you're using, right? Or the next video that pops up will confirm something that you were thinking. What are you going to do with that? Are you just going to sit on it? Mm-mm. Sagittarius, right? Because the full moon was in Sagittarius, requires you to take action. So do it. Do it scared, do it with tears in your eyes, do it with trembling knees, do it on an empty stomach. Just do it. Show up and the world will meet you. Woo! Early bird does get the worm. Hi, Miss Nicole. Hi, J Max. I'm a Cancer and he's a Cancer. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Henrietta Lacks. What? You know, holistic healer, I've been thinking about pumpkin seeds. So maybe that's my confirmation to go and get some. How are you? Larissa, thank you. Holistic healer, I appreciate you being with us. Ew. Hey, Gina. How are how are you? And yes, thank you, Miss Nicole, for reminding the collect. I'm on a journey to 100K, right? The natural way, right? 100K by the end of summer. So we have 3 months, 90 days or so to get it together. Put, J Max, you are officially on. You know what? Let me get my pen because I see more names here, and it's like, wait a minute, you're new. Let me get my pen. So we have J Max. I have J Max's info. Melanie, I'm gonna need you to email me etta@henriestreams.com. So yeah. See, this is not like this is the only thing, right? Like TikTok, you could DM people. YouTube is actually going to have that feature in the future, but for now, you got to email me. J Max, my fear. I like that both you, I mean, I like that both you and Nicole have the same fear and we're brave enough to say it because that means you're one step closer to making that thing a thing of the past. Thank you, Miss Nicole. I see you had to delete a couple of messages. And moderators on deck. My conversations I've been having these, well, there's your confirmation, J Max. I'm gonna go ahead and make you a moderator as well. Just cause, right? Just cause. Not so many comments. If something pops up, now you guys have my email address, right? If something pops up throughout the day, right, you could, of course, get a session, book a session with me, right, to process whatever you're going through. But you could also just ask, right? Especially if it came out on the live, put it in the comments. There we go. We could track things that way by putting it in the comments once the video goes live, which is instantly. As soon as I click off, it's there for you guys. The newbies, holistic kiss, how are you? Sweet energy. We need sweet energy. It makes the downloads better. It makes the space that much more sacred for like-minded individuals to find us, right? And to get these messages here while we're live, as well as while they're in their own space. We love new members to the Soul Tribe, and all who have good energy and good vibes are welcome. Today is Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Definitely eat something yummy. Definitely, like Gemini, right? Pour into yourself. Make moments throughout the day to pat yourself on the back, to be your own cheerleader. So acknowledge your accomplishments, even if your accomplishment was actually getting out the bed today. I love that, right? You are loved, you are appreciated, and you deserve every good thing that life has to offer. Start showing up as the king, the queen, the emperor, the empress, the beloved, the universe's beloved, and watch the world, the whole world, yield to you. Ashe.